do it. Not only does his mid lane go stably, but he can walk and take the stacks himself.
Teams that are, I mean, they're pretty young, right? But I think that storyline kind of them being affected by stuff like this kind of ended after the last major. Celery taking some heavy damage. There's the leap from Taiga. Another one, right click to come, and he'll end up getting first blood as a result of it. As Taiga just continuing to roam on this Mirana.
Yeah, you just can't underestimate the Sunstrike factor. It's always going to be there.
Oh, Burrow Strike Sandstorm into the arrow. Even bigger kill coming out from OG in the top lane.
That was very...
Dealing tons of damage as this support disruptor.
Get Ace's CS line here. 13 denies.
Got the ensnare. Sunstrike to come, and that's enough. BZM. That's going to help him in the mid lane.
Yeah, nearly as well as Mirana against Undying Shadow Fiend, so that lane swap wouldn't really be too good, I think. And snare bottom, there's the Sunstrike
coming, but it's going to be shared, it looks like, between Tofu and Ace. But still, these axes glimpse now onto Yuragi. He's getting very low, has to pop the wand. The Ice Path used to dissuade GG from continuing on, but Taiga has TP'd in. Leap into the Starstorm. Not going to be enough to find a kill as Misha's taking the Thunderstrike damage from Tofu, so despite the TP coming out from OG, Gaming Gladiators are the one that gets the kill.
I'm very curious what Tofu skills here.
Amar in the Sandstorm. They have the vision, has to burrow to the high ground. Like he's fine.
What does Tofu skill? He's still holding his point. There's the glimpse. Yuragi's dead.
Ace gets credit for that one, and this bottom lane.
Mind this hero with farm. I would argue Disruptor scales pretty well. He has an insane axe. He has really good talents. Like, don't count this out as a potential 4-pick later in the tournament.
Mar's going to be seen here. There's the dust. He's X'd up as well. Torrent to follow, and the raise tries to time it, but can't. As Boom gets credit.
Yuragi is going to find Ace here. Could ensnare Sunstrike this.
Yep, they're going to attempt to.
Oh, a nice block on the arrow. With the fort.
Not going to connect, but they still have so much damage to work with, and Ace drops to BZM. It's the second time this game.
Mitigation. Whenever you're playing against a lineup that has this much like one-shot burst, the Ghost Shift can really make a difference. They're going to find Yuragi. No song skill.
Yep, he is done. Gets hit. Dyrachyo even priming his ult. Not even needing it though because the Static Storm is placed with the raises in addition. More than enough damage to take out Yuragi. See if they go for this tier 1 tower, but OG, they've come.
The glimpse is taking away!
The Blink Dagger comes out as well from Amar as Dyrachyo, he's getting very low, will drop inside the Macro Pyre. It's going to be a trade for the Jakiro though, as Taiga able to leap out, but still inside that kinetic field as they end up taking out BZM on the sideline here. And 4 dead overall in favor of Gaimin. They lose the Shadow Fiend, but still.
Such a good play from Tofu. That is, he's somewhat frail, and you know, you get punished really hard. That time he wasn't even needed. He just sponged up damage and his team cleaned house.
Oh, we have the gank here coming out from OG, and they're going to find themselves. Boom, gets off his Ghost Shift, but to no avail here.
BZM with a tip, missing the arrow on the Sand King stun.
Doesn't need it. But they do see this juicy stack, and be a little bit of a slow one, but we have the glimpse top lane, Static Link, and the Roar expended. Looks like BZM is going to tick out here one way or the other. Amar able to TP top. We might find the trade on Tofu, but see Celery in his flesh golem form. With that Soul Rip available, and Dyrachyo's come to play as well. You can see the Tombstone dealing a huge amount of slow here.
Oh, nice from Amar
able to
there.
Find another kill in favor of Gaimin.
Well done. Dodges, then it takes your end point of the Sand King stun. So you want to cast it so that you begin the animation as you're getting glimpsed back, but you finish the animation after you have returned to the glimpse position. That makes sense. So it's a pretty narrow window. Nicely done from Amar.
And they're going for the kill onto Boom again. The arrow Sunstrike combo as well. Tofu, he has to walk away knowing that Boom will likely fall again in the same area.
They almost didn't have enough. Gaimin only, they don't really see that much here.
Yep, the axes come out. Got a couple of those, but a lot of these are going the way of Amar.
Oh, he steals the dragon. Taiga's going to run it.
Okay, the Roar coming into effect as well. And Taiga inside that fireball.
I can tell you with 100% confidence, I would have done the exact same thing. This is where their lineup really comes online, and you gotta say, Immortal Faith, you have 14 minutes left, so you gotta start
quite
pushing
the timer.
it here.
BZM would be a very big kill. Thunderstrike giving them some vision. Glimpse back into the static storm, attempting to TP out, but Boom is here, boat and all. They get the Aegis, they get a high-value kill. Gaming Gladiators looking extremely good now in this game.
The Overlord, Tombstone, level 2 only for now, but well, oh, Taiga, leave. That's not a good glimpse, but it's good enough.
It's dealing damage now. It doesn't matter anymore.
That's true.
Assuming that a bunch of TPs maybe came in the fog, but
yeah, but you
play it safe here.
There's honestly the possibility that you can choose not to care there. There's a pretty big difference between OG's lineup in this game and the previous in game 1 when they had the Monkey King.
The Moonlight Shadow coming out. Boat is coming though. Looks like Taiga's gonna be the recipient of that again, and 2 supports likely to fall right off the bat for OG. 5v3 advantage. Tofu, never mind. He's the support to fall for game, and now Yuragi's gonna be found out. Now this will be a huge kill. Song ends up resetting for OG. We'll see how Game and play this.
Might want to burn it top. Like, I think you really...
To get that tier 3?
Yeah, I think you take the risk here. Okay, maybe not.
Oh, the initiation on Ace. He's dead right off the bat. Does have the buyback. I'm not sure if he wants to expend it, though. X into the Torrent. There's the big Requiem to follow, but doesn't really connect on much. Taiga does go down to the right click, but that's still a support for your off lane. Epicenter from Amar. Sunstrike to follow. Trying to take out the support on the Disruptor. They're going to get the Undying first, though. Static Storm not on a whole lot as Dyrachyo pops the BKB, trying to stand his ground. He gets a double kill for himself now, but the BKB has run out. The Song connects along with the Ice Path. That's life number 1. Torrent to try to slow this down, but Dyrachyo looks to be completely surrounded, and he's going to be brought down by OG. Tofu somehow lives, despite basically being the one initiated on his boom. He's going to get tornadoed. Now blocked up by BZM.
If that goes the way of OG, I have them all the way. If it goes the way of Gaming Gladiators, they have another good moment of opportunity. Going to find Celery here.
Yeah, Burrow and all the setup in the world for the old Sunstrike.
I don't think it gets much hotter than that in the Dota universe. You got Macropired and Sunstruck at the same time. That's a lot of Fahrenheit.
A little bit later is Dyrachyo, Requiem coming. Not able to dodge with the mirror image, but it's like the Naga will get away anyway. Well, at half HP is the Moonlight Shadow, keeping cover. Nice Burrow Strike on the 2 from Amar. Epicenter to follow, Sunstrike as well, and Ace is dead again. And only Dyrachyo and Boom left. The Ensnare keeps the Shadow Fiend in place, and it's looking like the death of him as well. The Meatball surprise brings him to his knees. Double kill for BZM, and OG now back in the driver's seat. It's Boom showing himself in the enemy triangle. And in the cover of these illusions, Amar and company try to initiate Taiga.
Oh, he only found the one-man stun.
Ace again getting locked down. Sunstrike to follow again. Pops his BKB finally. There's the Primal Roar now on top of Amar. Still with the BKB, but gonna see Requiem from the sideline. Not quite enough to take out Amar here. But the axe out, he gets out of that as well. Amar, slippery man.
They still have vision on him for
They
Glimpse.
do. Finally Glimpse back. Double kill for Tofu.
That's a gem.
Heroes. That's true, gem. And they're just sitting in the pit, but you can see the smoke down from OG. They are ready for this potential fight here. And Roshan has begun. They're gonna pop the drums. They really want to get this quickly, but OG are here. Sunstrike's gonna give them some vision. There's the Burrow Strike Epicenter as well. Into the Ice Path and Macropire. Massive damage being applied. Finally, the BKBs come out. Dyrachyo with a massive Requiem for himself. He's just going for the Roshan, but he's gonna use! BZM takes the Aegis. OG gets the Rosh as well. And now they're gonna try to turn this around onto Dyrachyo, who has no BKB anymore. Massive fight for OG. And the Ice Path clips Ace, who has to BKB TP. He'll be fine, but...
Clutched it out. Perfect spell casting there. And Amar... Oh, Amar has a Yule. It might have been his. Never mind. But crazy.
Now they're going high ground.
Sunstrike was so key there. They really needed that Sunstrike vision.
Look at that damage. Celery dying in his own base.
This is going really fast all of a sudden.
Yep, tier 3 is down, and now they're focused onto the mid-racks.
Gaming Gladiators are in a hurry. They have 1 minute, 15 seconds left to win the game. Him in the slot.
I want to place here, guys. Tank illusion.
Aurus.
Rush.
They're Roshan.
Yeah. Guys.
Yeah. Oh, I tanked it. We're super low, guys.
I will spot SF. I will spot SF.
Rush. Get it. Tom.
Yeah. I wanna place here, guys.
Tank illusion.
Very calm. I would have been screaming, something like that. But we're going to see a smoke from both sides. They're going to collide immediately. The burrow strike onto two. Undying deleted. Ace and Boom able to get off their BKBs, though, in match for the entirety of Gaming Gladiators. In fact, now they might have to back off as Ace able to get the correct Naga Siren with the roar. But this is all in a defensive measure. Came in on the run. Dyrachyo trying to Satanic back up to a healthy amount. It's good amount of damage, but Ace is dead, and now the Ice Path connects. And this is looking very, very bad for Gaimin as they lose their Shadow Fiend as well. And the song, just to cancel any potential TPs. Tofu spills 3 for 1 OG.
Yeah, this is starting to look more and more like a formality of just going down the lane and getting a lane of barracks now for OG. They have 50 seconds on the Shadow Fiend. Without that hero, Gaming Gladiators can't fight. And what I was getting at is that you're going Hex on Kunkka, which a lot of the time is good here, but the problem is you don't have the damage against Naga anymore. Good tornado timing.
Canceled it. That's very nice timing. EMP is going to connect. Triple Meteor thanks to the Shard. BZM not going to pursue any further. But Yuragi finds himself a Celery.
Yeah,
Falls. As Boom still trying to defend. Tornado comes out. The BZM still, like you said, that Age is still in tow here. Now he's going to jump in. Gets off the Cold Snap and the Ice Wall, just buying some time. And finally, the Aegis gets expended as Yuragi is going to be taking out the bottom racks in the meantime. But Static Storm, Ghost Ship is coming, and the Roar on top of it, and they do get BZM.
Wait.
A lot of damage being applied to all these buildings, but no racks quite yet. Song in retreat. And
Almost on PP on Dyrachyo.
Yuragi. That was a joke I'm just going to ignore. Oh, the leap out. No connection quite yet, but the glimpse finally comes in. Able to get the vision at the last moment as Taiga gets dropped. But OG not afraid. They want to continue on. Amar able to get the one with the Burrow Strike. Requiem, kind of the zoning. Oh, they pop the BKBs to try to get away from the song. Kind of an awkward engagement overall.
Running from who right now?
But the Ice Path connects onto two. Tornado to follow. So both supports controlled right now as Misha trying to outrun this Triceratops and zombies as he gets destroyed by a Hawk, it looked like. Triple Meteor now as BZM just playing with his food. But surely there's going to be sentries in the area, yeah, the dual breath. Idea that this is here.
Support Spirit's really important there, actually, giving him some much-needed information.
Amar, the Tombstone comes out, so that cancels the Blink Dagger, but here's the song just to kill Tombstone. See if they can turn this around on top. The Ice Path connects onto Celery. Dyrachyo gets off the Requiem as well, but it doesn't really connect on much. Ace gets the Blink up, but a nice double burrow from Amar. Inside this kinetic field are two members of OG. They find the first support, so 1-for-1 to start. Buybacks galore, though, as Dyrachyo trying to right-click his way out of this, but he is not doing anything, it feels like. The Death Requiem comes out. Ace and the rest of Gaimin on the run. Epicenter. Oh, Amar. All right, blinks to the high ground. On the other side of the ice wall, and it looks like this is going to be the death of Boom at the very least. OG trying to clean up even more as Ace on the high ground, being slowed to a crawl and being brought down again. And OG in prime position. Tofu trying to stem the bleeding, but I feel like they might just have to give up the Megas and try to fight outside of that. Just because they don't have these heroes up for quite a while. Plenty of time for OG to try to finish this right here, right now. The Burrow Strike onto the Disruptor. Does have buyback, though. Cellar's going to be spotted in the trees. Tornado not going to connect. Along with the Sunstrike as well. Looks like he'll make it back into the fountain as the song being used to control them.
Oh, that's
Ice Path. Oh, BKB from Dyrachyo, but if you have to use that next to your fountain, that's probably good news for OG. Glimpse back on a Taiga, but the Mega Creeps have come. The zoning is successful. Trying to focus down on a beautiful Burrow Strike from Amar. Ice Path to follow, but Dyrachyo with the Requiem from a good distance here, but they're really just working on the illusions. That's what's taking so long. And And again, OG 4 minutes on the Aegis. Now we have the deafening blast. The 6 meteors come out, burning them in their own fountain. Epicenter to follow. Gaming Gladiators will fall as OG will move on. Ace, the last remaining member of Gamers, but he's going to die inside the fountain as GGs are called. So